Trump calls for Israeli military redeployment in Syria? This is what we know. US President Donald Trump is increasing pressure on Israel to begin redeploying its military forces out of Syria, a move that could reshape the security landscape along Israel's northern border, according to an analysis published by the Jerusalem Post, citing previous reporting by Axios.
Sometimes I disagree with him, and I let it be known, and I've been right. But no, I think he's good. Look, he's a wartime prime minister.
The report says Trump told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a phone call last week that Israel should begin pulling back its forces from parts of southern Syria while taking similar steps in Lebanon. According to Axios, Trump believes a prolonged Israeli military presence risks fueling new tensions and undermining broader regional diplomacy. The newspaper reviewed the history of the Israeli-Syrian frontier, explaining that the current security arrangement dates back to the 1974 disengagement agreement, which established a UN-monitored buffer zone separating Israeli and Syrian forces after the 1973 Arab-Israeli War. According to the report, Israel initially viewed some opposition factions as potential partners against Iran and Hezbollah. However, following the fall of Assad, several Israeli officials began describing the new Syrian leadership as a potential security concern, despite the absence of major attacks originating from Syrian territory.
He would go in and take care of Hezbollah. And he'd do it in a different way. He wouldn't knock down buildings. I hated to see buildings knocked down.
Meanwhile, Washington has moved in the opposite direction by establishing closer ties with the new Syrian government, led by President Ahmed al-Sharaa. Trump has met Sharaa several times this year and has publicly praised his leadership, while lifting broad U.S. sanctions on Syria and encouraging regional normalization. Separately, Israeli broadcaster Anj 24 News, citing Lebanese newspaper Al-Akbar, reported that Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa recently told Trump that lasting stability requires the restoration of full Syrian sovereignty over all national territory. According to the report, Damascus proposed including the word withdrawal in ongoing discussions with Israel, but Israeli officials rejected the proposal, causing negotiations to stall. The report also claimed Sharaa rejected a U.S. request to play a role against Hezbollah in Lebanon, arguing that Israel's continued military presence inside Lebanon prevents Syria from taking on such a role.